Hello, my name is Chris, and today I would love to talk to you about those amazing inner resources that we all have that help us to think creatively and solve problems. I want to talk about why it's such a good idea and why it's so useful to tap into those inner resources when we start seeing obstacles that get in the way of the things we want to achieve. And I want to talk about how sometimes, only sometimes, the easiest way to tap into those resources is to ask, well, what can I do? Or to stop saying, I can't do this, to saying, I can't do that, but I can do this. This video came about because I was going to shoot a video about an entirely different subject. And then I remembered that I had loaned my video camera out to my brother and he hasn't given it me back yet. So immediately I started looking at obstacles and reasons why I can't make a video. I can't make a video because I don't have my camera, but I can use my phone. Or if I can't use my phone, I can borrow a phone. Or if I can't borrow a phone, I can use my webcam. And if I can't use my webcam, I can sit down with a pen and paper and come up with all different kinds of creative ideas to get a video to you. So if this video seems strange, like I'm not looking directly at you like I normally do, it's because I find filming on my phone to be really weird and I'm never sure where to look. But that is by the by. I tend to find that when we set up these things, we really want to achieve something in our lives, be it quitting smoking, losing weight, changing career, getting out of debt, whatever it may be. We have two ways of looking at it. Sometimes we might go, yes, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what steps to take. This is going to be easy. Nothing is going to stop me. Let's go do it. And we do, and it's awesome. And sometimes we say, I'm going to do this thing, or I would like to do this thing. I really want to do this thing, but I can't because. And I can't because. And I can't because, and I can't because. And we start listing all these obstacles, all these reasons why we can't. The more that we look for these obstacles, the more obstacles we end up finding. And the more obstacles we find, the more likely we are to go, oh my goodness, I can't do it. It is too much. It is too hard. It is impossible. I'm not even going to try. Now, there was a version of us that really, really wanted to do this thing. There was a version of us that really wanted to quit smoking or lose weight or change career. And now we're talking ourselves out of it. Out of this thing that we not only really want, but really, really deserve. And I found for me that one of the easiest ways to stop looking at the obstacles and to start looking for the opportunities is to say, but I can do this. Let's take a very common example of losing weight. I would love to lose weight, but I can't because whatever. I would like to be healthier, but I can't because I can't afford to go to the gym. Now, I'm not knocking that. Gym memberships can be pretty expensive. But we can choose to fall at the first hurdle, or we can choose to find a way around it. I can't afford to go to the gym, but I can go outside and go for a run, which is free. Or, well, I can't go for a run because my knees are shot and the doctor says it's really, really bad. So I can't go for a run, but I can go for a walk. Well, I can't go for a walk because I live in a rough neighborhood, because the floor is lava, because this, that, and the other. I can't go for a walk. Oh, but I can stay home and exercise in my house. Well, I can't exercise in my house because I have no equipment and I don't know what to do. But I do have the internet. So I can't exercise at home because I don't know what to do, but I can go and find out what to do. I can go on YouTube and look up people who teach you how to do a home workout without any equipment. There are people way smarter and way fitter than me on YouTube who can teach us how to do that. Quite often these external obstacles are fairly easy to overcome. These situational obstacles. I can't do this because of money or convenience or not having the external resources. We can always get around those if we think creatively. And doing so might mean that it takes us longer to achieve our goal. It might mean that there are more steps involved in getting what we want. It might mean that things are more complicated, more expensive than the straight path that other people take. But if what we want is truly worth it, then taking those extra steps is worth it too. The more difficult challenges, the more difficult obstacles to overcome, I personally find, are those that we create within ourselves. We say, I can't do this thing because it's so much like hard work and I'm not sure if I have the energy for it. I can't do this thing because I don't have the time. I can't do this thing because it requires asking for help, and I'm afraid that if I ask for help, I'll be rejected, which is way more common than you might think. These inner obstacles that we build seem like they are way more difficult to overcome, but again, with a little bit of creative thinking, we can overcome them. I can't do this thing because, oh my goodness, the amount of effort involved. But I can sit down and list the reasons why going to that effort is worth it. I can't do this because it is really hard work, but I can access my inner motivation. And I know that I can because Chris made a video all about tapping in to our inner motivation that he will put in the cards above and in the comments below. I can't do this thing because I just don't have the time. Well, you do. You have the same 24 hours as everybody else in the universe. I can't do this thing because I don't have the time, but what I can do is look at my schedule and look at my priorities. Easy for me to say. Look at my priorities and find the time. I can get up an hour earlier. I can watch an hour less of TV. I can find the time. I can't do this thing because I have to ask for help. And I'm so afraid of asking for help because what if they say no? I can't do this thing because I have to ask for help, but I can, before I ask for the help, work on my own inner confidence and self-esteem, work on my own anxiety so that asking for help isn't such a big deal. Again, it might mean that the process takes longer, but it also means that on top of getting to what we want, we also get this extra confidence and self-esteem. I can't do it because I'm afraid I'll be rejected, but I can look for the evidence of all the times that I have asked for help and been accepted. I can look for all the people who've helped me in the past, proving that I am worthy of being helped. I talk all the time in my videos, I use this analogy of the brick wall. And I talk about how what we want being on the other side of this brick wall that we just can't get past. In this example, we might say, well, I can't get to the other side of the brick wall. I can't run headfirst into this brick wall and smash straight through it because I'm going to hurt myself. But I can go and get a ladder and climb over the wall. Well, I can't get a ladder because I don't own one and I don't know anybody who does. Well, okay, I can build a ladder. I can't go and get a ladder, but I can build a ladder. I can't build a ladder because I don't have the tools, but I can go and ask somebody to borrow their tools. But I can't ask somebody because I'm afraid, but I can first work on my confidence and self-esteem so that I'm capable of asking for someone. I can't ask someone to borrow their tools because I don't know anybody who owns a hammer and nails or whatever ladder making tools you need. I don't know. But I can ask everybody I know if they know somebody who would lend me tools. Again, it's just every time I come up with an obstacle saying, but I can do this and I can do that and I can do this, that, the other. So far so good, but now you're saying to me, but Chris, just asking but I can doesn't seem to be working for me. What can I do? Sit down, get a piece of paper, just daydream and come up with as many possible answers as you can. And you have those answers inside you just as I have them inside me. We all have the answers and the solutions and the ability to solve our own problems. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of time to think about it. Even better, don't think about it at all. That's completely the opposite. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. You've had like a situation or a challenge or a problem, and when you're deep in the thick of it, the answer that you need doesn't seem to be coming to you, and then you get home and you take a shower and you're in the middle of having a shower and suddenly you get that bang, that eureka moment of like, yes, that's what I need to do. Sometimes when we're not, we need to take a step back away from the problem, and when we're not really even thinking about it, that's when the answer comes. I had this thing about 2 weeks ago. I was trying to remember the name of a guy that I went to school with. I could not remember his name at all, and I was sat there for about half an hour going, what was this guy's name? And I just couldn't remember. And then the next day I was in class, and from absolutely nowhere, I just got, that was the guy's name. And it just came to me. Things like that happen when we stop focusing on it and focus our minds on something else. The subconscious mind can go and work on these problems for us and present us with the answers. Another really good thing that I find really helpful is just talking it out with another person. As I mentioned in loads of videos in the past, I'm training to become a qualified counsellor. I'm on my level 4 diploma, and as part of this process, I spend a lot of time being a client for my fellow trainee counsellors and for my actual therapist, who I see once every couple of weeks. And I tend to find that when I come to these people and I sit down and I present a problem or a situation I'm going through, they don't tell me what to do. They don't give me the answers, but they give me the space to verbalize my problem and talk about it. And I find that by the time I have finished talking about it, I've come to my own answers naturally. I've discovered that deep within me, I do know what I need to do. And I can find that within myself. I'm not saying to you, you have to go and see a counsellor, but if you can find someone you can sit down and talk to and let them know, look, I don't want you to fix this problem for me. Just please be there while I bounce ideas off you and talk this through, and eventually I'll come up with the answers myself. For every obstacle, there is an opportunity. as long as we look for it. The more obstacles we look for, the more obstacles we find. The more opportunities that we look for, the more opportunities we find. Hope this video has given you something to think about. Hope it's been helpful in some way, or just maybe helped you pass the last 15 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Quick thing before I go, for those of you who watch my videos for quitting smoking stuff, I yesterday posted a free bonus chapter to my book, Quit Smoking and Be Happy, that you can get from my website, chrisscoyles.com. I'll post the actual link to the bonus chapter down in the description below. It is all about things that you can do to help you prepare for quitting smoking. Okay, that's me done. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.